this will cause you to fail. And we'll talk about what this is in a moment. How are you guys? My name is Kathy McReynolds, and I help small business owners who want to have high ticket customers. So perhaps you are in a service-based business, or you want to start an online course, you're a teacher, consultant, maybe you are a coach and you want more high ticket customers. This particular training that we're going to do today about scouting success, this will cause people to fail if it's not done the right way, and we want to help you to do it the right way. Our goal is to help you create a business where you have high ticket premium customers. And what that is someone that on average pays you $1,000 or more for what you do and the services that you have for them. We want to show you how to make that happen with ease. And that's important when you're building a business, and especially what we're going to talk about today. So make sure you grab your pen and paper, get ready to take notes so that we can help you create the success that you desire and deserve. My goal for you guys is when you stand before God at the end of your life, you have left nothing undone, no matter how uncomfortable it is. He gave us the spirit of being bold and courageous and making things happen. And he will always be with you. Just keep him first as you do things, and everything else will work out for you. So do me a favor, as I'm going to do right now, guys, go ahead and hit that share button. So got my phone handy. We're going to share this out to some people. And if you can do me a favor and do the same thing, let me know where you're tuning in from, if you're catching this during the live or if you're catching it during the replay. And put in the comments what type of business you're working. What are some of the things that you want to do, and how is that working out for you, and if you need help with it. If you do, you want to make sure you can go to kathymcreynolds.com and click on the links. If you want to start an online course, our eCourse U company can help you out with that. So make sure you go there, see how we can help you, schedule an appointment for us to sit down and have a conversation on Zoom or on the phone so that we know where you're at in your business and where we can help you. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Are you guys ready to learn? I hope you grab your pen, your paper, and your favorite beverage. I got a new little coffee cup here. Has a little, I don't know what it is, crochet, but, oh, wait a minute. Let me get it in the camera. There we go, y'all. So I'm excited about just being here and being able to help you guys out. So let me get my screen shared, and we will get this party started for you guys. All right, so we should be good to go where you guys can see that. We're going to talk about scouting success and what that looks like for you. And I just want to make sure, because I'm using a different browser here, so I want to make sure that you are seeing what I am seeing here. And we can go ahead and help you with making that happen. So, okay, so we're going to talk about scouting success. And as you're building your business, this is something that you want to make sure that you have in place. And this is one of the things that cause people to fail, because they know what they want to sell. But the challenge is that who they want to sell it to, they're not clear on that. And so when you're not clear on the who you want to sell it to, and who you want to be your customers, you speak to everyone. And when you're speaking to everyone, it never works. You'll never get the business that you want to have, and we want to help you with that. So the first key thing is to know who it is that you want to serve. And you're like, well, I know who it is. Is a man or woman, anyone with that problem that I want to solve. No, it's not that simple. That who has to be very specific, because for an example, if my goal is to help someone who is in their 20s, I'm going to have a whole different conversation than I am if I'm helping someone that's in their 60s. So that who has to be, if you're in your 20s, I'm talking to you about, living the lifestyle, the dream, getting the homes, the cars, setting yourself up, becoming, wealthy before you're 30. That's the conversation I'm having with someone in their 20s. If it's someone that's in their 60s, I'm having that conversation about you worked all your life. Now you're ready to retire, and perhaps you can, or you need more money. You see the difference in those two conversations? Completely different. So it's important to know the who. The problem that you want to look at is, what are you going to solve? How are you going to help people? I help people, no matter which business it is in, get high ticket clients that will pay you $1,000 or more for what you do for them. That's who I focus on. So if you're not that person who has a service or a product that costs at least $1,000 or more, then these trainings won't be a benefit to you. So when you speak directly to the person that you want to help, is so much clearer. And that's about developing that niche. You got to get that niche down. You have to do the proper research. And on this one, we're just talking about a course. So we call it hacking. You got to hack. You got to go in and see what's already working. As a good word says, there's nothing new underneath the sun. So if there's nothing new underneath the sun, we teach and show you how to go to the sources of success already, see what they're doing and emulate it. You never copy. It's just like, when you're growing up, you emulate what your parents do, or what someone who has what you want, you emulate their success, what they're doing. And that's what you want to do here. And then you have to craft your message, and then you got to set your standard. What is the minimum success? What does success look like for you? When you have a client, I have a class, a training class, it's $4,000 for the class, right? So my minimum bar of success is to get that client an immediate profit within 6 weeks of them working with me. That is my minimum success bar. So that means, number one, they got they got all their money back from working with me, and then they made a profit. So that you got to always have a minimum bar of success for your clients and what you want to do for them. So the who, the what, the where, and the how, those are important. The who, the what, the where, and the how. And you want to ask yourself, who is the person that you really, really want to work with? And sometimes it takes time. I've been on here training people for a couple years now. And first it started out with people who had no experience in business and they wanted to get started. And then it went to people who are already in business. So it's okay to go back and forth. But if you stick in the game, you're going to eventually figure it out, and you'll know by your tolerance level. Like some people, I like sometimes working with people who are brand new in the game to help them, because I know I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years and I know how difficult it was to be out there on your own and no one helping you. But I also like to work with people who are already in business, because they have a certain level of understanding, a work ethic, and what it takes to win, what it takes to create success. So it's less energy that you have to put out. So when I'm doing these trainings, I'm helping people get more customers. So that means that it's someone who's already in business and they want to grow and create. So that's why when I start this, I always say, if you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur, that means that, maybe you don't have the business you want, but you want to make it better. That's my ideal customer. So you must decide your ideal customer as well. And what's the best possible results that you can get for them? And where are these people? Where are they at on social media? Where are they at off of social media? Once you know all of these things, you can hone in, and it leads to success so much quicker. And then how can you attract them? All of that becomes so much easier. But these are the questions that you must have a clear answer to. You need 100% clarity on that. And who is your dream client? So as you're developing your dream client, who do I want to work with? Is it all male? Is it all female? Is it young? Is it old? Is it kids? Is it adults? Like, who is it and what do they look like? Like literally, I have an avatar, and we're not getting into that today, but it's a picture of those ideal people, exactly what they look like. Like today I'm dressed in a hoodie. I'm that casual kind of person who likes to dress up, but I'm casual. I'm not that, makeup-y person and that type of person. So if someone who's always got to be perfect every time they show up on camera or leave the house, they probably won't be attracted to me, because I'm just your average down home kind of girl who loves to have fun, make things happen. And, that's who I am. You got to decide who you are, who you want to attract. Maybe you're that comedian and, you're always making people laugh, so you got to determine who it is, because there's someone out there for everyone. So find who you want to work with. What do they look like? What are they passionate about? You need to know more about them than they know about themselves. So when they start talking, and when you start talking to them, they're like, dang, that person really understands me. They understand my goals and dreams. They understand my desires. So you're having that clear conversation. Like if I'm talking about somebody that I'm working with, I know that they're between the age of 35 and 55. And I know that they're that person who wants to have their own business. They want to go travel the world. They want to own a home. They love God. They want to serve their community. They want to have family nights, fun time. Like, I can speak directly to them because I've done research and I know who that person is. Now, will you always have someone who steps outside of that? Yeah, and it's okay. But know more about the person you want to work with than they know about themselves. And that's important when you start doing advertising and you start putting out messages and the people who will pay attention to you. The reason why this is important, guys, is because if you don't have these fundamentals in place, it's very hard for your message to become clear. And I remember, when I got started in marketing, my message was everywhere, all over the place, because when you're transitioning, you've done something a certain way for so long, then you have to take it and bring it all back together. And this is how we help you bring it back together. We literally, and part of our training class, we literally have a 25-page document. It will take you about a week or so to complete a research so that you can identify this person. If you want to know more about that course or that class, go to ecourse.com. Our fall session will be starting soon, and we would love to help you get started with that. And are you serving people who are making you miserable? Have you guys ever been in a position where you're like, oh my God, if I have to talk to them or work with them one more time, it's going to drive me crazy? We've all been there. So if you're feeling that way, it's because you don't know who you're helping. And that's why it's making you uncomfortable. That's why it's causing you to fail and not have the success that you desire. So you want to make that happen. You also want to know, where can you find them? Is it a man or a woman? Where do they hang out online? Are your customers on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram? Where are they at? What groups are they a part of? What email and newsletters do they subscribe to? This is important to know, because once you know that, all we do is teach you how to then take your message and put it right in front of them. Do they read blogs? And then when you have those conversations about the blogs that they read and the things, like, think of yourself. What makes you stop and pay attention? Why are you watching this? Like, you want to look at things like that, so that when it comes to marketing and your message is hitting the right place and the right people. And then once we determine that, the very next step is we're going to put a bait. And I know bait sounds like kind of crazy, but if you're trying to catch a fish, you're not going to throw in a dog bone. And if you're feeding a dog, you're not going to give him little fish food. As silly as that may sound, but you must give the right bait out to the right people. When you give the right bait out to the right people, then you're able to help more people. And then you want to have like either a free challenge or a free training. Like, one of the things now, if you go to ecourse.com, you can get our newsletter. We have a newsletter that is out. The first one we have in the month of September, but that newsletter gives you an overview of our company. So that's a bait that I'm putting out there to help people. So go to ecourse.com, check out that bait, what we call it, and read that newsletter. And when you do that, when you have the right bait out for the right people, like I'm running ads to that. I hear people, dinging in and clicking in. I have a system set up, which is the same system that we will teach you how to do, where you can put that bait in front of them, put the right message out there, put the right ad out there. And then instead of you needing every day to go search for people, they'll actually raise their hand by giving you their email and their phone number and saying, hey, I'm interested in what you have to offer. So 50% of your work is, or like really, truly 90% of your work is already done. They're like, ask yourself, would you rather cold call? Like I've cold call. I was just talking to our team with iFit Studio this morning, and I've cold called like 10, 12 hours a day for years and years in a row. So the fact that you can learn this stuff, put the bait in front of you, and instead of you making those cold calls, you have people reaching out to you. Life is so much better that way because you don't have to explain something and why you're getting called, people hanging up on you. Now, will they not answer? Absolutely. But you can reduce the resistance by doing marketing the right way. And that will help you to create success. And then decide what will make them want to pay attention and to listen to you. All of that is knowing that person, knowing who that who is. And when you're looking at the results, it's not about the product or service. A business is about results. So you have to determine what results that you want to get for them. So like, as I was saying to you, I have, our training service is $4,000, right? So that person, I must get them results. And I must be able to show them throughout all the stuff that I put together that if they do X, Y, and Z, this is the results that they'll get, and this is how soon that they'll get, and then get them. And then you remove all price barriers. Price is only an issue in the absence of value. So the more value you bring, and the more they see you as that go-to person, as that lead person in that field, then they're going to want to work with you without you needing to convince them. The entire goal is to get people to the point where they say, hey, can I work with you? Hey, can you help me? Hey, I saw you doing that training. Can you help me? Hey, I saw your comments that you had in this group that we're both a part of. I was wondering if you can help me. Just imagine that life where people start reaching out to you. You don't even have to reach out to them. And then always ask yourself, how can you serve your client at the highest possible level? Everything is about serving. Serve more, serve more, serve more. And when you serve more, you'll earn more. You want to position yourself. So I'm going to end it with this, guys. I want you to put together your value statement and role play this with yourself. Write this down, screenshot it, and say, I'm the best person to go to for without what? Like, I'm the best person to go to for high ticket sales without marketing, tech, or experience. Right? So like you can throw that, or I'm the best person to go to for high ticket sales without cold calling. I'm the best person to go to for high ticket sales without overwhelm or confusion. I'm the best person, like, so you could see how you could throw that in. So maybe you are helping someone with yoga. It just came to mind. Yeah, I'm the best person to go to for yoga without complicated moves. I don't know. It's been a minute since I did yoga, but you get the point. Once you know who the who is, what you want to work, who you want to work with, what they're doing, that statement becomes easy to fill out. So if you want help growing your business, if you want to create a better life for yourself, for your family, for your community, and you want to serve people and have that freedom that you're after and that you desire, then go to ecourseU.com, download our newsletter. There's also a little video on there that, will give you some more training on what you're doing, and register for our fall class. We have a fall class that's coming up. All the details will be there. We'll shoot you an email with some more information about the class and the schedule and all of that stuff. And if it makes sense for you, we love to have you a part of it. Again, my name is Kathy McReynolds. Let me know if you got value out of this training today and how we can help serve you better, and what else are you looking for? What are your biggest struggles? What are the things that you're like, man, if I can get this, or I'm not quite sure about that, how can we help you? Make sure you go to ecourseU.com. I appreciate you guys. Have an awesome day, and I shall talk to you later. Bye-bye.